So, John, this is the big bit that's left now of,
Yes,
of the Mountbrown Estate out here, yeah?
Yeah, this is the only building that's left of the original Mountbrown Estate. This would be the coach house.
So this building could be around 320 years old.
That's right, about 320 years old. It would be.
There wouldn't be many buildings around Westport 320 years old, or over 300.
So.
No, they're not many, no.
No.
So we might have a look at it. And
Okay.
do you think the slates are the originals?
Yes, Ali, I do believe that they are original. Yes.
And
They were there in my father's time anyway, and I know as a young fella I used to climb up on a ladder and I'd be pointing up during the summer months when I'd be off school.
You'd be pointing them up?
I'd be pointing them up, to keep them from leaking.
Leaking, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And see a bit of galvanizer, how did that come about?
I believe from what my father has told me that the galvanised roof had to be put on because there was no roof on that part of the building when my grandfather came here.
Okay, yeah.
In 1921.
So that probably fell off.
Well, I don't think it fell off. I'd say it was taken off. At the time, you see, when they knocked Mountbrown House, the wire stuck for stones and other materials. So my father was of the opinion that that's why that roof was stripped.
Okay. Now we'll have a... Can you go into this building?
You can, yeah. You can.
Do you use it for anything now? Do you use it for cattle or anything?
Yeah, well, when I built this flatted unit, I refurbished inside the barn to make it places for cows and calves, newborns. So that's all my doing.
All the block work and all that.
Yeah.
So the steps up there, that's to go upstairs, up to the...
Yeah, my dad built them now. There was nothing, there was no steps. There was no steps or anything when my father took this over. Those walls weren't in it either.
The inside walls, yeah.
No, none.
You put them all up there,
Dad built them, yeah. Because we used to have cows and calves here when I was a young lad.
And what's up there now?
There's nothing, a bit of hay now, and that's about all that's in it at the moment.
Yeah. A loft, we used to call
it's
it
a loft, yeah. But that's where I was referring to living quarters for the coach house staff. Because the coaches would have been in here. Now, there's one little thing I'd show you. Is that on the wall, now some of the holes in the walls have been blocked up.
Yeah.
But on the wall, there's a place. I'll change my glasses and I'll see better. Yeah, there where the gate is hung, you can see the difference in the stone building. See there, just over the gate. You can see how the three stones are facing you there over the gate. Now, the significance in that is that was where they were able to put a mill working for making flour. They could run a horse outside on a circular, and the horse is driving a belt, and the belt used to come in under under those stones.
The three stones are just over the plaster.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. See it there. Yeah.
And the belt was coming in, and this is where they were milling the corn for I suppose, for the domestic staff of the house, and again for the horses.
For making flour.
Yes, making flour or grinding down oats or barley or whatever for the horses as well. Because you must remember that the coachmen, before they'd feed themselves, they'd have to feed the animals.
Oh, they looked after them well, yeah.
Yes, and my own grandfather would get up in the morning, and he loved his horses, and he would always feed his horses before he'd feed himself.
Did you say something about the Livingstones had an interest here? Did they?
Yes, the Livingstones had. After the Browns vacated their main residence, the Livingstones took over. They had tenants renting the land for a number of years. That was prior to the Land Commission taking over the estate. So the Land Commission then striped the farms into the present day holdings.
Then what size were the holdings? What size of holdings did they give you?
They'd be varying from, there's about 29 acres here, and some of the holdings were only 20 acres.
They were too small.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They were known to be too small at the time. I read that, yeah. But
Yeah.
the politics at the time said leave them small,
Oh yeah.
more votes.
Yeah.
So I'm told anyway.
Yeah, I would believe that too.
Yeah.
Now there is, on the other side of the hill, there is additions. So there was people who were living outside the Mountbrown Estate would have extra pieces of land. Now, how that came about, I don't know, but that's the way it is to this day. Like,
Yeah.
The other thing is that there was 305 acres in Mountbrown prior to the land being striped by the Land Commission.
And was that the size of the estate they had? Because 300 was small by comparison to what some of them had that time.
It wasn't the total.
It wasn't the total. It was more than that.
Oh,
The Browns, original Browns.
The Browns had a lot of property, but in this particular estate here in Mountbrown, there was 305 acres.
305.
Yeah, that's what I have been told and read about.
So there's about 10 tenants in it, 300. I think
Yes, there is.
30 or 40 acres each.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's 10 tenants, and then there's a number of parcels of land that was given to other farmers outside the tenants of Mountbrown. Yes,
Okay.
they'd be additions. Referred to this day as additions.
Addition. They call them additions. Yeah.
Yes.
Never heard that expression.
Yeah. Where do you want me to take the
So
photo?
that's probably a shelf in there, is it?
Possibly was.
Because there's no window. There's no window on the
No,
outside.
it
The
was
wall
never
is built
empty.
straight up. So they probably had that for storing
Possibly.
whatever they had to
Yeah.
store. Yeah.
Now watch yourself coming on.
Yep.
Watch yourself on.
Any ghosts up here?
Sorry, I meant to bring a torch with me. I forgot all about it.
Any ghosts?
No, and I don't think the ghosts are around here anymore.
That's kind of a pity.
Yeah. Watch yourself. Sorry.
I'm fine. Yeah.
I know. I don't want you to fall.
So this would have been the living quarters.
This would have been the living quarters, yes.
Oh, sorry. Go on, yeah. This would have been living quarters.
This would have been the living quarters, Ali, yes, for the coach house staff. And this end, we believe, was where there was a kitchen.
Oh, yeah. This is separate.
This is where you seen the galvanised roof when you were asking me about the galvanised roof earlier on. Well, you're okay.
Was there a chimney in here?
Possibly was. The roof is getting the worst of the wear, unfortunately. It needs to be replaced.
Well, I suppose if you're 300 years old, you need a bit of...
Well, yeah. Well, this wouldn't be the 300 years old, this part of it. My grandfather would have done this, I do believe.
He re-roofed it. He didn't build it.
He didn't build it, no, but he re-roofed it or got somebody to re-roof it for him.
That's the original stuff there, yeah?
Oh, it would have been, yeah.
Do you think that bit of timber there, that lintel, is that...
Oh, that would have been original, yeah. It would.
Probably from the wood around here.
Yeah.
And this is a harrow.
It is, that's...
It's a farmer's museum piece now, is it?
Well, I suppose it is, yeah.
You don't use it now, do you? Would you use it?
No, I haven't. It hasn't
I
been
mean, the
used.
farmers don't use this kind of thing, do they?
No, sure, look at.
Yeah.
There's a few bits I kept. for
Well, it's nice to keep it,
posterity.
yeah?
Do you ever see a skittle?
A skittle. What's a skittle? Okay, that was for the
That was over the fire.
over the fire.
Yes.
For what would you put on that now?
I think you
Was it a
could,
frying pan? Was it a kind of a?
you could bake on a skittle if you wanted to. You know, do scones or something like that.
That was it. Was that used in your house in your time?
It was, yes.
Oh,
My grandmother would have used it.
Okay,
Yeah.
an interesting piece.
Yeah.
I see you have an old bike down there.
Yeah, my father's bicycle.
Is it your father's bike? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And I often use it as a young fella. Sadly, no more.
Probably a rally, is it? There were all rallies that time.
Possibly is a rally, yeah. It hasn't been used in a long, long time. It'll be left while I'm alive anyway. I don't have a light in this end of it now.
You see these slates here now? They're old slates, you think?
Yes, oh they are. Well, not them all, because some of them belong to my own house, but the other ones are old slates. Yeah.
Geez, it's a lovely building,
I
isn't
could
it?
have them sold 10 times over if I wanted, but I wouldn't sell them because I always reckon that if you ever break a slate, you'd have an awful job to get a replacement one. You
They're
know?
not easy to get. And this was, what was this then here, do you think?
Well, that was
Part of this?
part of this now. I don't know the significance of it.
Yeah.
That, remember I was saying to you about the stairway
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah.
That was the doorway to the stairways.
So it came in here, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you had to come up steps then to come into this.
Well, I don't know what steps was here originally. I put them in some years ago. Because the ones that was in it were red rotten. And they were just the same idea. Put in by my grandfather.
And do you think this was divided?
Oh, I'd say so, yes.
It was, yeah.
Because my father told me, like, he remembers hitting his head on nails here on the rafters.
Yeah, okay.
And he said one winter, he spent a good bit of the winter months standing on top of the hay with the hammer, beating the nails back. Because he said there was bits of beauty board on the rafters when they came here.
Stuck on or nailed into it, yeah.
They were nailed into it, yeah.
Mm, mm.
And he said whoever put it up loved hammer and nails.
No shortage of nails.
There was no shortage of nails.
That's grand, you have to take them out.
Yeah.
So this was a window here, was it a thing?
Yes, that would have been an original window.
Many windows are in it.
Well, there's three.
Three in this one.
Three in this one. There's one below,
And there's none in the back here.
and there's one in that one. Yes.
There's none in the back wall over here.
No, there's no back windows in the back wall.
Mm.
In my time, there never was. But again, Ali, remember you were remarking upon the archway on the wall
Yeah,
when we were standing, and there it is again.
that's it on the inside.
You can see where, yeah.
So obviously there must have been a door in there or something like
So
that.
there must have been a window at some stage, but long since blocked up.
Blocked up, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Definitely a beautiful building, isn't it? And great that it has been
Well,
kept.
I re-roofed part of it some years ago. Now, I didn't replace everything, but what I had to do was replace the slating lats,
Yeah.
because the ones that were in were fairly rotted.
Yeah, okay.
Prior to me doing that, my father had done all of this side some years prior to that. But I got a contractor in to replace all the slating lats, but all the original slates were all put back
Or
up
put
again.
back on again.
Yeah.
You have a few swallows.
There'll be always a few of them.
They have to live too.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You encourage them.
Well,
You don't mind.
if they fly in, and they've been coming here since I was a child.
The beams, cross beams, you think are original?
They're original, and the floorboards are overhead. Most of them is original as well. There was only one place where the boards were rotten some years ago, and we had to replace them.
You replaced them.
Yeah, we did.
And what kind of timber do you think that big chunk is up there? The bigger beams.
I'm told by my father that they are Scotch pine.
Mm.
Now, again, no more than the stones, we don't know where exactly they were brought from. But I've seen it recently where it was reported that the stones that was brought in to build the Mountbrown house were supposed to be brought in from Scotland.
Scotland?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know how true that is. I would have suggested it would have been got a lot closer to home, but I don't know.
And plenty of quarries around here, isn't there?
Plenty of quarries around here.
Different
But-
types of stuff, stone.
I know from another building that was built by the Browns, and likewise the stone was supposed to have been brought from Scotland to build it.
Oh, John, there's a bit of pink up there.
Yes, Ali, if you look up there, the pink, that's probably part of the original colour scheme of the time from long, long ago that the Browns would have had on the coach house. I know the outside of the building had paint on it when my father came here as a young lad. He remembers it.
Does it?
Yeah, he remembers it being painted white.
White.
Yeah.
Whitewashed, maybe, that
Whitewash,
time.
oh yeah, definitely.
That's what they used to use that time, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. You know. This end here was where the stairs were to get into the loft,
Yeah.
where the quarters were for the people who lived over the horses
Yeah.
in the coach house.
And would they go extend across the whole way? Did
Yes, it did, yeah.
there was a lot of accommodation there, but there must have been a few people in there, was there?
There must have been a good few people, I believe so.
Mm. It's a fantastic building, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But the Land Commission, when they were building the houses, they knocked the stairs. But possibly, again, I know they were stuck for stones, so they probably used the stone from the staircase for building the buildings for the tenants.
And do you have any idea where the stone came from? Was there a quarry around here or anything like that?
I don't know,
I don't know, yeah.
but
So this is an extension on the back
yes,
of the original building.
I referred earlier on to the cattle shed,
Yeah?
and this was it.
Oh, this is the cattle shed.
Yes,
This is a long building itself, isn't it?
it was a lot longer on it.
Was it?
It was. Again,
So all the farm buildings were concentrated around here then, obviously, were they? The cattle sheds and the horses and
the horses. Yeah, it was all in one cluster. There was no other farmyard in this area that I'm aware of, anyway. Now, this shed extended the whole way out, within 10 foot of the road.
Oh, that was a big shed. That was a big shed.
And don't get stoned on this. You can't see it, but I'll show you where it is. But roughly about here, I do believe. Roughly about here, from where that pole is there,
Yeah.
the other side of that pole, this is where the French drain came down from the well and goes down the field to the river.
Right down to the river.
And that's why I said earlier on in the video that the water was coming into the shed, so the livestock had fresh water all winter long.
And do you know where the well is? The original well?
Yes, the well is up there in that field.
Yeah, and it's up on the hill.
Yes, on the hill.
And how could the water go up that high from a spring? It's very high up, isn't it?
It is high up, yes, but
But it gave a good fall down, but it kind of, yeah, it's interesting, yeah. So this is the back end, this is the back view of the
yes,
stables and the
Yes.
cow shed.
yes, it is.
It's a lovely building, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Serves a function still, farming, still cattle, still has the animals in it.
yes. There's still animals using it, like, during the springtime when they're calving.
Do you see that arch stone, that archway
Yes.
up there? Was that a doorway one time?
It must have been.
Must have been,
It
yeah.
must have been, yeah.
Lovely building.